Welcome back to Fast Market here on the Schwab Network. It's time for cash tags. For that, let's bring in our next guest. That's going to be Andy Schwan, co-founder of LikeFolio. Welcome back to the show, Andy.
Thank you.
All right, so we're talking eBay. Stock's had a pretty great run to multi-year highs, up over 61% over the last 12 months. They're always shareholder friendly, but some of the metrics have been weaker than expected. What kind of data do you guys have out of LikeFolio? Does it back up this rally we've seen?
Yeah, it does. It's really interesting. eBay, one of those companies that you kind of forget about because there's so much going on in the world with AI and all these tech advances, and eBay just keeps chugging along, seemingly with about the same size audience, the same size marketplace. I think merchandise value is growing at 1% or 2% year over year, but the company's doing a fantastic job of operating far more efficiently. Operating expenses have decreased 6% year over year, and we think that trend will continue as the company does a very good job of embracing new technologies like AI and is really cutting down on the fraud and knockoff type of abuse that are plaguing other platforms and customers of other platforms. eBay is once again becoming the marketplace that you can trust. And I think that's a huge deal for the company because that can really grow the volumes that they do and also grow that just consumer stickiness. And, right now with eBay, they're outperforming Etsy in most of the metrics that we look at. We expect that to continue. They have kind of a stranglehold on the online marketplace market, if you will. And I really love the way that they're focusing on not simply growing the number of users that they have, but actually monetizing those users in creative and effective ways that make the user experience even better. They're serving ads to those users that are more and more effective and more profitable for the company. And again, they're building authentication layers into their processes that make users really happy with the experience and coming back for more. So eBay doing a good job of maximizing the value that they can provide and capture from the very large marketplace that they have.
Andy, every quarter when we talk about eBay, we always talk about the potential missed opportunity because they were Amazon before Amazon, and they didn't capitalize like Amazon did. But that being said, their gross merchandise volume seems to be plateauing here, but they're growing what you just mentioned, advertising. And if they can get more eyeballs based on this partnership with Meta and getting looks on Facebook, that could bring in a whole new group of eyeballs that, frankly, if you look at Facebook and you look at Instagram, people like to buy things that pop up on their screen. This could be a big windfall for a company like eBay, just more and more eyeballs on their screens.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think there's a lot of people, I have a feeling, Kevin and Tom, you're probably in the same boat as me, where you kind of forget about eBay. It's not something that you're going to every day. But if something cool pops up in your feed from, on a product that Facebook knows that you're probably going to be interested in, and you see that it's through eBay, that might spark a re-engagement with the site and with the marketplace, that then they're delivering a very, very solid experience to new users and getting them to come back for more. So I think they're being very strategic about their growth. They're not out running, massive ad campaigns. They're being surgical about it and going after people that are likely to engage in the platform in a really positive way and then delighting them so that they come back over and over again.
Yeah, I think, and Kevin mentioned this, Andy, that partnership that they announced in early January, the stock jumped 9% on Marketplace. That does kind of put them back into the narrative about e-commerce and sales. We're not going to probably get a lot of flows there, but maybe some guidance on that and how that partnership's working out at this point. But after the run-up, when you look at this, I understand you guys have some decent data on it, but would you guys be buyers here, or what kind of score would you have on this one?
Yeah, we're barely bullish on this, and I even have to put an asterisk on that because the risk to the downside on a lot of these earnings reports has been so severe that I think you have to be very risk defined if you're going to play this earnings report to the upside. I kind of prefer sitting back and waiting and saying, if we get a move like we did last quarter and the stock pulls back after earnings, but everything looks pretty good in terms of the corporate trajectory and execution, then I think there's an opportunity to pick up some shares and see this momentum continue through the next quarter like it did the last.
Last quarter, stock settled at about 62.60 and opened up down pretty significantly after that last report. We'll have to wait and see. Great stuff as always, Andy. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's Andy Swan, co-founder of LikeFolio, breaking down the data. Kev, almost overbought on a technical level here with eBay. It's had a pretty good run. I mean, you got that wrench thrown into maybe the future and guidance here with that marketplace partnership. But you mentioned GMV, that gross merchandise volume, that fell from 2021 to 2023, kind of reaccelerated a little bit, but basically consolidating. How do you want to look at this one? Because, with the bar set pretty high, anything can happen.